Hello, everybody. It's me, Max Farrell from DexFXMarkets.com. Today is the 30th of September. Here's Sunday night, and I'm going to try to get you a good news read for the week coming up. We're going to go over to our friends over at Investing.com. We're going to go to the economic calendar, and we're going to run down the list of, daily signal, probably influencers and even trading influencers. If you're trading the daily signals, you want to sort of avoid some of these times that have multiple three bull news coming out right before signals fire, as well as during the time that they fire. So starting on Monday, now this week is also coming up as an NFP. That's the first Friday of every month, the NFP. And thus leading up to, there's other things that'll be firing off that are going to be pretty heavy news oriented that could affect that. If you're going to be trading the 1 and 2 hour signal systems, make sure you stay away from 2 and 3 bull news an hour before and an hour afters, right? Clear yourself a deck. You know, if you get a good string of news about an hour before, like right here, about an hour before 4:30, the news is starting to ramp up and probably pushing a little bit in the direction that it's going to be going to, or pulling back at that point. Could be one or the other. Either way, the news is moving even before it starts. Okay, people are anticipating the process, and even though that maybe the Great Britain pound, it might still be what we call void trading, where other people will avoid the Great Britain pound and go trade the Aussie USD. So there might be some influence there of negative influence, or what we call void influence. Okay, so keep that in mind. I try to avoid the market altogether when there's a tremendous amount of news, like if there's three or four settings of three bull. I try to remove myself from the market completely. I don't mind a little movement, but not as much as there could be. Okay, so let's roll down here. Monday, September 30th. This is coming up here now. It's after 12 o'clock. That's right. I'm even up this late. And I'm going to avoid anything for the 7 o'clock expires at 4:30. If you're seeing this prior to, hopefully you got that. Also, probably going to avoid anything happening after 7 o'clock with any of the JPYs. Only because I'm really not feeling a good feeling about this going to happen here tomorrow night for the JPYs. On Tuesday, there is some things happening throughout the night. So if you're trading European market, be a little bit careful about the 8 o'clock signals for the USD market, okay? Because there is some stuff that could push off right around the 5 o'clock time for that 7 o'clock expiry. I'm sorry, not the 11 o'clock, the 7 o'clock expiry. So be a little bit careful with this euro, okay? With the 3 bull and 2 bull, all right? So Great Britain pound and anything euro USD related. Other than that, it looks like a pretty clear day. There might be some kickback on some of the USD stuff here for the 10 o'clock news, but I would avoid the 1 hours, definitely, maybe even the 2 hours, definitely. Could be some pullback coming from the ISM manufacturing, which this is all starting to ramp up for the week. On Wednesday, not so much too much of a heavy news day like it normally would, but this ADP non-farm employment change information and crude oil inventories that happened at 8:15 and 10:30. This is a prime time, even though it's only 2 registers of bull, 3 bull. This is still a prime time to get punched in the face because sometimes it could move the market to create a false signal and then really encapsulate it by going back in the right way at the 10:30 mark. So avoid the 11 o'clock expiries on Wednesday. On Thursday, we're really ramping up in the early morning. Those 7 o'clock expiries can get hit pretty hard, while the 10 o'clock and the 11 o'clock expiries, or the 11 o'clock expiries, are going to get hit again with some more major news happening at 10 o'clock again in that last hour of the signals. 9:45, a couple 2 bulls, not too bad. Later on in the evening, that FOMC really starts to punch a little bit into our face, so we got to be careful of that. And then, of course, the NFP on Friday. Avoid the news from Thursday to Friday afternoon. Give yourself a fishing day. Give yourself a I want to go shopping day. Don't bother trading at this point. If you're in there trading 5-minute signals and doing all that kind of nonsense on Friday of the NFP, use this time to go relax, go chill out. Don't worry about trying to force feed. I always get these traders who always ask me, Max, how can I trade the NFP? I can tell you how not to lose money on the NFP. And they say, how? I said, don't trade it. Don't trade the NFP. All right. So that's my time. Hopefully this finds you well. I'm not going to write all this stuff out. You can go right over to investing.com. You can kind of go down for your own time period or where everything is at so you can see it. This is for us here at on the East Coast, EST. So if you have any questions, you have any problems, give me a call or have a look at the website. Give us a shout. If you're watching this and you're not a member yet, we got some great signal services and other things. Make sure you subscribe and like the channel here on YouTube. I appreciate everybody's time. We'll see you all soon. I'm Max Farrow. This is DexFXMarkets.com. And as always, trade well.